rightly say, because it's going to be such an important factor in this Grand Prix in Barcelona. Zone, Catalunya Grand Prix.
Well, Maverick Viñales will be hoping it's him as he shares an embrace with.
All eyes on this man, the world champion Pecco Bagnaia, to see if he can keep his golden run going this season.
I've seen the wings be refitted on the front, those fork-mounted wings.
Top 4 of yesterday, been there, the two Aprilia and Pecco, and I guess Martin.
Okay, thank you, good luck.
Grove certainly comes to this race as the favourite, but Miguel Oliveira, as I mentioned a moment ago, will certainly...
Over the course of this Grand Prix, it's Michelin Motorsport manager Piero Talamasso who joins Simon.
That movement, no, he make a graining. So we ask the...
Moving over from the NBA to spearhead a new direction for Dorna. Here, hoping to see this man bury the demons of 1 year ago and take...
Morning warm-up, have you found anything, you think?
Coming your way as we try and find out if Pecco Bagnaia can increase his 66... to see if Aleix Espargaro can deliver more homers on the sprint podium yesterday. There has never been two Aprilias on aim here this weekend.
You feel if he does take victory today, that would finally banish the demons and win for these riders heading into turn 1. So very easy to lose your braking mark.
They've really found something, haven't they, off the start. We saw it from Pecco Bagnaia and Jorge Martin in particular. It's lights out and we are racing in Catalunya. It's another superb launch. There is big contact.
Both
We've got
Mercedes
4
bikes.
or 5 riders down at the first corner.
No! Becky's down there.
Marco Bezzecchi is down.
A Pramac bike there, which clearly Zarco, because you can see Jorge Martin there. So in that incident, or the combined, these riders are recognising, Matt, that they've got 5 minutes to ideally to try and get back, or just to try and get their bikes back.
May well be wrong. There's so much to try and keep an eye on there. These are the riders that escaped all the chaos. Contact into Zarco, and then it's just skittles. Down go Bezzecchi, down goes Alex Mark.
Bagnaia launches it. And Binder, it's Binder that runs over the leg of Bagnaia.
I thought it was Binder.
Yeah, he's certainly conscious, as you can see on the bottom of your screens. That was the one kind of accident.
The gain gets clouted in the first corner, just as he was in the sprint, and then it's just temping bowl. As we mentioned, broken bikes can be fixed. Crowd are on their feet, giving a goodwill reception.
A type of high side, and they heard enough. As you know, literally they spoil the impact. Yes, you can make some fractures and stuff on your body and switch the oil cooler, etc., which pumped oil out on the track.
3 laps will be the quick restart procedure, which will get underway at 14:20.
Out for this restart, which, as Matt mentioned, will be over 23 laps.
So Brad Binder made contact with him. I think we're just hearing them.
He's in the medical centre, out of the Grand Prix, on board with Augusto Fernandez, who pulls up into his position.
And the depleted field here in Barcelona, he gets set for this 23 lap, round 11 of this year's MotoGP World Championship. If you are just tuning in, of course, the initial start was red flagged after a multiple run. We are racing. Jorge Martin again powers away on that Prima Pramac Ducati, and he eases on through Miguel Oliveira on this high-speed run down to...
Miller, he's the leading KTM on the 43 from what was a Marc Marquez 9th at the moment. Fabio Quartararo, he's got away really well. He's into the top.
Really close. He was almost front tyre on Jorge Martin's rear tyre there, down in these at lap 1. The top gun, all guns blazing on that first lap, starting from the...
Max Marquez has been in hit contact again there, coming around to... has been shown the black flag with the orange disc, so even if that bike was able to continue running, he'll be told to. Miller, who we've seen in recent times go backwards from a relatively good start. Miller at the moment holds Johan Zarco. Zarco through that second lap is already 3/4 of a second adrift.
Cut to the inside line, coming through turn number 10, and he has got through. That was Bargo, 140.3 for him as well. They were both 0.4 of a second faster. Ever podium lockout for Aprilia. Astonishing what potentially out of the Grand Prix he goes. Of course, he was the unfortunate rider that ran more than capable hands of Miguel Oliveira.
Not a good lap for Marc Marquez last time around. He further back, he was up behind Quartararo and Marquez, and that is where Marc Marquez lost a chunk of time. the tyre that he's had to run for this restart, but Bezzecchi struggling in this race. He's down in 13th now. Last time out there into turn 5, his lead is down to 0.3 of a second over Aleix Espargaro. Still a long way to go.
At the moment, Vinales and Aleix.
That was the other thing I was going to tell you. The wind has really got up. I'm waiting to see some
Aleix Espargaro. There is Oliveira then, on course for what would be his first Aprilia.
To move through into the top 10. Marquez then relegated to 11th, but Quartararo doing good.
On the inside of his former Moto3 title foe, Jack Miller. This is the back.
To Oliveira in the sprint yesterday, the fact that he's already plummeting back towards the Ducatis behind before even
front tyre.
I feel like it's going to be a painful second half of the race for Marc Marquez, who's out on the soft rear tyre.
Way of Ralph Fernandez. He's the third rider then that's experienced tech gremlins.
On that last lap, he lost 0.3 of a second to Vinales. Already on this lap,
bitterly frustrating in his home Grand Prix for Ralph Fernandez. Crypto Data RNF hopes resting.
who clearly having got past Miller was able to put some space between himself and the KTM. So it's Quartararo 7th, Miller 8th.
They do abuse and stress the right-hand side of both tyres, but Fernandez has found.
He has stabilised the situation. He was back into the 140s.
This scrap that they're having together is costing them time, because ahead of them, Alex Marquez in there doing high 141s on that soft front tyre. When is that front?
Whatever happened, the lead had really come down to 0.6 of a second, but as you can see, top left, it's going back up.
Himself, so Oliveira looks like he's really hitting some grip issues. Oliveira now over 2.
Battle for the lead between the two factory Aprilias. It is now just over half a second and still plenty.
For the factory Aprilias, as Miller and Quartararo saw getting a bit frenetic in the first split. Maybe a little bit more confidence, a little bit more straight line braking stability on the gains here. We're coming towards the third sector where he's been really strong, and we can see
at the disposal of those Michelin medium tyres as they come onto the start finish straight. There will be 5.
and stressing the right hand side of your rear tyre, and Aleix Espargaro hand over fifth. Well, here we go then. What's going on? It's Bazarko and Oliveira, isn't it? The battle that's raging for 4th place. Really now into top gear, 355 kilometres an hour. This is where he passed Bagnaia yesterday to win the sprint, and he's on the inside of road. Did through sector 3 now, already in the blink of an eye.
Into trouble for that shortcut, not losing enough time.
And to make that same mistake again. Is that's the mistake you make once in your Grand Prix career? Here is Jorge Martin. This will be a welcome boost. He can relax. Last year when he celebrated too early, he goes in hot mode, doesn't he? He's going to be giving
to collect 4 World Championship points.
1 lap and a half to go then. That's all that stands but against Pecco Bagnaia, as Luca Marini was getting the better of the inter-team battle at Motogp, brilliant team as well, as they are well set for an historic
developing and bringing towards the front of MotoGP. It's about to take a
Barcelona. It's an historic Aprilia 1-2 as well. Aleix Espargaro wins his home Grand Prix. Oh, is 4th. 3 Aprilias in the top 5. The factory Aprilia garage, as Aleix Espargaro is your sprint and Grand Prix winner here.